Hi, my name's Laura. Thanks for joining me. So many people have asked me how I organized my famous course creation binder, and I'm going to share that with you today. So, this particular course, the Soulpreneurs Prosperity Intensive, is very structured. So, one of the most important things that I do is I keep a program outline on the very top under this clip here so that I can look very easily and see at a glance where I'm at. This is other variations of the same program that have kind of evolved. Something very important that I kept at hand easily as well was the curriculum plan that I made. So this is just a calendar, how I had 2 classes each week and what I planned to do with each class. And since I did that, I had a really good idea as how long everything would take, and it worked out and ended on time because I was able to fit everything in as I had planned, surprisingly. So I keep all that at the front. Now, this very top piece here is the first milestone that I took my students through, which included creating their niche, their avatar, and their offer, essentially. So each module, I'll say, of the course or week has its own little section with a tab. And within that section, I have the curriculum sheet that I did, which I either typed up or I printed wrote, just depending. And then I also wrote my notes. My notes are in here for every one of these. Since I had 2 classes a week, I have week 2 day 1, and of course week 2, day 2 or session 2, etc. And that's how I sectioned it off. Now, again, a ton of notes because I was working with a collective. So this particular collective, I kind of flowed with what they needed as far as personal development and teaching what they needed to know. So I very much, even though it went into the order that I thought it would, I had to add some things, based on my own judgment, I guess. So again, some of the homework that I printed out is in here. Some of the slides that I printed out is in here. The product development that I led them through is in here. Content development, leading, nurturing campaigns, lead magnets and sales, etc. So again, only some of the slides that I created are in here, and I intend to print them all out from my course and actually file them in this binder so that I later can, on a rainy day, sip some tea at the table and just look through everything and have another fresh glance as to what I want in here, what is most effective, what is most efficient for my students, and remove everything that isn't, because courses are always expanding and evolving with your students and with the collectives that come to you as well. So this last part here, since we have ongoing education for the students, is the curriculum for the ongoing education. So this is a class that I did today. This is the curriculum that I planned out for today, and I filed it here. Now, I just updated this binder because I had fallen behind on the filing. So I did my best to put everything where I believe it goes. Again, I can go through it and do some deeper work on that later. But for now, everything that I need is here. My slides will be in here, and I can effectively update this. Now, when we went to Costa Rica to explore the country, it's smack dab in the middle of this course, literally, like as the students were creating their product, which they loved because they had a little bit of extra time to do it, I brought this with me with my curriculum and everything that I wanted to teach them, so that I wasn't carrying around a lot of paperwork and a lot of heavy stuff in my backpack. So everything from that day forward ended up being thrown in here. So I just put it in here into this binder and filed it appropriately. And now this is the program feedback that I have from my students, and that is going to go in here because the feedback, the testimonials, their experience is very important for my sales page. How can I make the course better? Was anything missing? Did they love the community? I get to really dive in and look at all of these things with a fine-tooth comb and decide. Now, some other things I have that I'll share with you is like this is my curriculum sheet. I print a ton of these out for, whatever curriculum. I also have this curriculum planner, which I may use to plan out a week or elements of a class. I also have a weekly planner that I may use for the entire week. It really just depends on what I'm doing. So these things, which I did use some of these, will also be filed in here as long as there's stuff written on them. But I created this for my students and I found it very helpful for myself as well. Now, the other thing is I have another course, which is essentially soul coaching. This course here is very, very structured. It's very linear. However, it's also holistic in the way of personal development, marketing, creating your soul business, stepping into soulpreneurship, etc. This is soul coaching. This is basically personal development on fire. I really don't know how to explain it other than understanding how we are designed as human beings and our true nature and how we can really live an amazing, profound experience of life. So this coaching is not structured. Okay. It is not structured. This is my course outline. These are my notes. It's all just one big thing. And it's pretty hard to structure something that is based on personal growth because everybody sees things at different times and experiences insights and breakthroughs at different moments. So I'm learning when those moments are and trying my best to create that. So since this course isn't structured, this is what it looks like right now. This is the best way I can organize it. And when I am able to structure this better, I'm sure it will look more like this with tabs, etc., so that I can have a starting point, an idea of how students respond best. However, that is the difference between like a hard skill of, marketing and business and practical steps and action steps. And, there's transformational stuff in here too, which I can insert into certain modules. But then there is the soft skill of personal development, which may look different if that is what you do. However, I always say try your best to break it up as much as you can, knowing that there is a holistic approach and an expansion, and the linear growth of people is not predictable whatsoever. So yeah, I hope that helped. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.